Hello everyone. Today I'll be talking about fishing in ESO. So you've come across one of these fishing holes. This one says saltwater, there's some river, lake, and foul. When you click to hold on it to select your bait, your main ones that you'll get very often would be worms for saltwater, insect parts for river, crawlers for foul, and guts for lake. These are going to be your four main ones that you get when you're exploring the world. Worms is from when you're harvesting plants, like for uh, ancestor silk or alchemical plants, or when you kill undead like zombies, and you have a chance of dropping worms or getting worms. Insect parts, the little floating bugs that you get a prompt to interact with, and you'll get insect parts. And then sometimes some alchemical ingredients, but most of the like almost all the time you'll get insect parts. Crawlers, you'll see them when you're in like delves, caves, dungeons, whatever. You'll just see them crawling around along the ground. Kill them, collect, uh, collect it like just any other loot. And then guts. You get guts from frogs, rats, snakes, basically any little critters you find. Kill them, collect them like a normal bait. And then when you're fishing, you'll have the chance of getting shad, chub, minnow, or fish roe. You can get these four or gummy sacks from fishing. Getting any of these, or even a regular fish, or of course the gummy sack, is completing the fish, like the reel. If you fail reeling in a fish or anything, like you fail the fishing attempt, you'll get what's called used bait. And the only time you'll ever really get used bait is if you're using simple bait. Simple bait you get from merchants. You can use it in any hole, and it does not work very well in any of them. So if you can avoid all simple bait, you'll get, like I said, you'll get these four: the shad, minnow, chub, and fish roe from fishing. So your main four that you'll want to focus on is the worms, insect parts, crawlers, and guts. But since we're in saltwater, we'll select the worms. Basically just go up to it, interact with it, throw your reel in,
No such thing as a wasted day. So
and then
long
you'll
as you
just
go
wait
fishing.
for it to drop down, or if you're on a controller, you'll feel it vibrate. Either way, goes down, reel it in, got a long fin. Alright, so then when you're fishing, when you're fishing solo, and you have a lower chance of getting uh, like a trophy fish, and the fish don't bite near quite as often, but you'll have more chances at the fishing hole. On the other hand, with the new Necrom chapter, they introduced Sharp as Night. Sharp as Night is a new companion, and has the companion perk of fish bite at an increased rate and have a higher chance of being trophy fish, which is amazing if you're a solo player like me. Now, all you really have to do is have him with you, or if you maxed out his friendship level, you'll have the little trinket that has it permanently. But as of right now, just have him with you, and you'll get the increased rate. So you'll just have him in the background while you're fishing, enjoying, like listening to music or whatever in the background, just sitting there relaxing, because it is pretty tedious. It is kind of boring when you're doing it. Like there, wet gummy sack. And these wet gummy sacks, basically they're just materials that you can get, like Danger Heart style materials. Really common one I seem to find is runestones. I don't know. The entire drop table is basically just world materials you find everywhere. It's not anything too miraculous. The uh, only difference is if you're like fishing in Somerset, you can get a chance of getting like a bottle, and you can get crafting styles in those said bottles, along with the usual crafting materials. But if you're just going through the world, going for section to section of the maps, trying to get all of the fishing achievements, like all the trophy fish for the Master Angler trophy, you just the gummy sacks are just crafting material. Simple as that. So if you don't have Sharp as Night, then your best bet is to find a group. You know, they're on all like consoles, PC. You can find them in Zone every once in a while, or if you like a guild, there's a lot of guilds that go around with group fishing, trying to get people that trophy. Just ask around, see if you can't find other people that are also going for the trophy, and then you guys can go around these fishing holes and fish together. Increases your chance of getting trophy fish, but on the downside, it reduces the amount of temps you can choose for a hole, because it's split. So like there's a set amount for the hole, how many fish are in that hole that you can catch, and each it's like world or like server wide. So everyone that's fishing in that hole, every time they fish, that counter goes down for everyone. So there's some times where the group's big enough and you reel in one fish and then it's gone. So you gotta be careful with that.
Couldn't have landed that better myself.
See, still in the first hole, and just with Sharp, getting trophy fish. He increases it, I've noticed, by quite a lot. Doesn't mean you're always going to get a trophy fish, but it is a lot better than doing it without. Alright, so I finished the fishing hole. I mean, the water that's shooting up is gone, and there's no more indication of fish, like fishing hole to catch. So then you move on until you come across another one. Now you want to make sure you pay attention to what fishing hole it says it is, because there's some that are like right next to each other that it goes from like lake to salt water. And so if you use the wrong bait, you get used bait, and it's just pointless. So alright, so here we are at a cooking fire, or provisioning station, whatever. Interacted with it, and with the new Necrom chapter, they added in the option to fillet. From, like, it used to be that you had to do one at a time in your inventory, and now you can select all of them and just boom, fillet them all at the same time, just like that. When you're doing this, you have a chance of getting perfect row. Like, of course, you get your fish from everyone, but you have a chance of getting perfect row. And when you get perfect row, you'll have like a golden light that surrounds you, have like a little chime. Of course, when you exit your menu, it'll show you everything you've gotten. But while you're in the menu still, it will not tell you how much you have or how many perfect row you've gotten. It'll just say that you've gotten it. Perfect row is like the main thing that everyone goes for when they're filleting their fish. But you can sell perfect row for quite a bit. I know regular fish, you can always sell that too. in guild chat. A lot of people are buying it because most people don't like to fish. It is, I get very boring,
You know what that's good for.
but the main reason to do it is, of course, trying to get the perfect row, which you can sell for quite a bit or use for your provisioning. And then, of course, trying to get the Master Angler trophy along with all of the DLC fishing achievements if you really want to go for them. But the Master Angler is the only one that really has too much with it. I guess the Necrom one, they added stuff for the fishing achievement, but most other ones they don't really have it. The only other one I can think of would be Somerset, where they have motif chapters in where you can only get from fishing. You get from the little bottles, and those little bottles are a pain to fish for. But either way, yeah. So that's it for the guide, or the rundown of fishing. Hope you guys found it insightful. And if you really want to go for the trophy, make sure you get Sharp as Night if you can. If not, just go with a group. Zone chat or guild chats if you're in guilds. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.